Hello everyone, welcome to our online class. And this class is Yin Yang Yoga Flow. And this class is suitable for the happy mommy-to-bees. There are poses like cobra, you just change it to cat and cow. I will remind you. So let's just do it. Come into uncomfortable sitting position. Start with deep breath. You can release your hands on the side or put it on your knees. Take 5 deep breaths. Every time inhale, feel for the rib cage expanding. And as you exhale, relax the shoulder blades down towards your sit bones. Inhale, feel for the entire rib cage goes to sideways. As you exhale, gently pull your belly button towards the spine. For your next couple of breaths, every time you exhale, when you're releasing your shoulder blades down towards your sit bones, can you please also feel the entire skull is lifting up towards the ceiling? Feel for the lengthening in your neck. And then gently open your eyes. You can keep your legs as it is. I like to change my legs just to balance out. Side bend. Inhale, lift your left arm up. Huge breath in. Lengthen the entire chest away from your sit bones. Exhale, come to a side bend. Let your neck be relaxed or at least neutral. Inhale into the lower back, lower ribs, focusing on the left side. And when you exhale, anchor the left sit bone down. Relax both shoulders away from the ears. Next, inhale, release your left arm towards the left hip. Huge breath in, lengthen out. And when you exhale, use your arms to reach. Pull yourself back up. Feel for the difference on both sides. Let's do the other side. Inhale, right arm up. Huge breath in, lift and lengthen. As you exhale, come into a side bend. Inhale into the right lower back, rib cage. Let your neck be relaxed or at least neutral. When you exhale, anchor down with your right sit bone. Lengthen out the entire right side of the torso. Deepen your breath. Let the breath massage the entire torso. And next, inhale, right arm go towards the right side. Feel for some extra stretch on the right side of your neck and shoulder. And when you're ready, reaching through the right arm, pull yourself back to center, head and neck, the last. Straighten both of your legs. Shaking it up a little bit. Do it gently. And then come into hands and knees. Cat and cow. Before you start, make sure that your shoulders is right on top of your wrist and your knees is under your hips. Gently tuck the tailbone, flatten your back. This is the neutral position. Let's go 6 rounds of cat and cow. Inhale, shoulder blades comes together. Let your belly sink down into the mat. Tailbone curl up towards the ceiling. You can keep your neck neutral if that's okay for you. You can reach your neck back. I like to keep my neck neutral. Exhale, push everything down that is on the mat and reach your back, upper back, middle back, up towards the ceiling, hug the belly in. So let's do 5 more rounds. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. In. Exhale, push. Inhale, arch. Exhale, push. Inhale, arch. Exhale, push. And then coming back towards the neutral position. Remember, in neutral position, gently tuck the tailbone. Diagonal stretch. Inhale, reach your left arm up. Hug the belly in. Exhale, reach your right leg back. Stay 5 breaths in this pose. Keep on reaching your opposite arms and leg away from each other. Every time inhale, expanding the rib cage. When you exhale, push down with your right hand. Lift the weight off from your right shoulder. Feel for creating space in your body. And gently release. Come back to neutral position. Don't rush. Make sure the foundation is very steady. Next, inhale, reach your right arm up and reach your left leg back. Activate the lower left buttocks muscles. So your entire leg is activated. Inhale, lengthen the spine away from your sacrum. And when you exhale, reach through your arms and leg into opposite direction. Again, feel for creating space in the entire body. Next, exhale, push your left hand down. Lift the weight of your left shoulder. At the same time, you're activating the chest muscle and armpit muscle on the left side. Next, inhale, gently release. Come back. And then let's go to downward facing dog. Pushing the hands down in downward facing dog. If your heels is not yet on the mat in down dog, don't worry, it's fine. Gently reach down through the heels, energetically send it down. At the same time, push your hands, open up the upper back, feel for both sides of your torso, lengthen towards the direction of your hips. Inhale, come forward into a plank position. Push the mat away, so don't collapse in your chest. Lift the mat, lift chest away from the mat, and your scapula is away from the center line of your back. Next, exhale, hug the belly in, push back, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward into a plank one more time. Feel powerful in your chest. Exhale, push, and then go back, downward facing dog. Let's do 2 more. Inhale, forward plank. Exhale, down dog. Last one. Inhale, forward plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Keep pushing your hands down. Feel for lengthening in your side body. At the same time, reaching the heels down. Feel for the lengthening at the back of your legs. And next, inhale. Keep your neck and the head relaxed, and then step forward, coming into forward bend. You have a choice. Grab opposite elbow, just let the upper body drip down. Or put your hands on the mat if it's easier for you. Or put your hands on the shin. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, bow deeper. Anchor down with your feet. Next, inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, hands at heart. Sun salutation. Move with your breath. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale, left leg back, big step back. And come up, low lunge. Tuck the tailbone, lift the chest away from the hips. Exhale, hands down. Step back, plank. Knees up or knees down. Option, chaturanga all the way down, one straight line. Reach the legs back, tuck the tailbone, move your hands forward. This is a low cobra. Inhale, come up. Again, to remind my pregnant mama-to-be, change this part into cat and cow. So you will be stay at this position, do 2 rounds of cat and cow, and join us in downward facing dog. Next, inhale, left foot forward, and reach your arms up. Exhale, hands down. Step forward, forward bend. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands at heart. We will go faster. Do 5 more rounds. Inhale, reach. Exhale, bow. Inhale, right leg back, right knee down. Untuck back toe, come up. Exhale, hands down. Step back, plank. Knees up or knees down, chaturanga, one straight line. Reach your legs back, tuck the tailbone, lengthen the lower back. Inhale, low cobra. Chest forward, exhale, come down. Push back, downward facing dog. Inhale, step your right foot forward, left knee down. Lunge. Exhale, hands down. Step forward, forward bend. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands at heart. Inhale, reach. Exhale, bow. Inhale, left leg back, left knee down. Lunge. Exhale, hands down. Plank. Chaturanga, all the way down. And this time I'm going to do cobra. Hands stay under the shoulder on the mat. Inhale, come up. And chest forward. Exhale, come down. Push back, downward facing dog. Inhale, left foot forward, right knee down. Come up, lunge. Exhale, hands down. Step forward, forward bend. Inhale, reach. Exhale, bow. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, right leg back. Get long in your torso. Exhale, hands down. Step back. Chaturanga. Cobra. Push back, downward facing dog. Inhale, right foot forward. Come up. Exhale. Inhale, reach up, anchor down with your feet. Exhale, hands at heart. Inhale, reach. Bow forward, exhale. Left leg back, inhale. Come up. Exhale, hands down. Step back, plank. Chaturanga. Cobra. Down dog, exhale. Inhale, left foot forward, right knee down. Come up. Exhale, hands down. Step forward, forward bend. Inhale, reach. Exhale, hands at heart. Last one. Inhale, reach. Exhale, bow. Inhale, right leg back. Come up. Exhale, hands down. Step back. Feel the power in your core. Exhale, come down, all the way down. Inhale, come up, lengthen the lower back. Push back, downward facing dog. Next, inhale, step forward. Right leg, come up. Exhale, hands down. Bow forward. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands at heart. I hope you feel the heat already. Let's go. Inhale, come into chair pose. Exhale, bow forward. Fingertips on the mat or put your hands on your shin. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Keep your neck neutral. Exhale, come down. Palms on the mat, step back plank. Chaturanga all the way down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, push back, down dog. Next, inhale, step your left foot forward. Right knee down. Come up into your low lunge. We did this just now. And now focusing on inhalation, expanding rib cage up. When you exhale, gently tuck right side of the tailbone towards the right hamstring. Lengthen the lower back. When you exhale, send the right sit bone towards the right heel. Feel for that extra stretch on the right front thigh. Huge breath in. Again, lift the entire rib cage away from your sacrum. And then breathe in, relax your shoulders down. Next, exhale, both hands down. Put both hands on the mat. Gently move your back hip right on top of your right knee. Nomad's pose. Inhale, lengthen the chest forward. When you exhale, reach through the left big toe mounds. Reach it down. This is the time. Stretch the top of your left foot and even feeling some stretch on the top of your left shin. You can either stay here or bend your elbow to come down into a deeper hamstring stretch. Remember, instead of curling up and want to reach your nose towards any part of your leg, feeling for lengthen the spine and reaching the crown of your head over your front toe. So entire body gets longer. Next, inhale, gently bend your front knee. Come into downward facing dog. You can stay in down dog or go through vinyasa. Second side. Inhale, right foot forward, low lunge. Come up. Huge breath in, expanding the rib cage. We call it telescope the ribs. When you exhale, tuck the left side of your sit bone, tailbone, towards the left hamstring. And then send the right sit bone towards the front heel. Feeling for that stretch on the top of your left thigh. And breathe. Shoulder blades away from your ears. And next, exhale, hands down. Move hip back for nomad's pose. Keeping the hip right on top of your left knee. Inhale, lengthen your spine. When you exhale, first focusing on reaching through the right big toe mounds. Stretch the top of your right foot and right shin. Lengthen out. As you exhale gently, you can bend your elbows. Go to a depth that you can breathe in it. If you start to feel you shorten the breath, you are panting, then come back a little and breathe into that space that you feel comfortable and you feel stretch. Next, inhale, gently bend your front knee. Downward facing dog. This time staying down dog. Next, inhale, left foot forward. Come into a high lunge. Move your left foot to the left a little. Right leg is supercharged. Can you see the energy in my right leg? And lift the toe on top, lift the heels right on top of your toes. Feels like your right foot is stepping on the back wall. And come up. When you are up in lunge position like this, making sure your front knee is not over your ankle. So front knee is right on top of your ankle to have the best support. Inhale, come, lift your chest up. Exhale, hug both legs in towards the center line. And next, inhale, right hands down on the mat, or you can put a block if you have one at home under your hands and open up, coming into easy twisting. Don't lose the power in your back leg. Your legs are still very strong. Next, inhale, come back, both hands down. This time, step back into plank. And you have a choice to push it back to downward facing dog, stay there, or chaturanga. Push back. Right side. Inhale, right foot forward, high lunge. Set up for steady foundation. Activate both feet and both legs, coming up. Huge breath in. Lengthen the chest up. Exhale, lengthen the lower back. Use the big muscle groups in your legs to support you. Next, exhale, left hands down and open up. Inhale, lengthen your chest away from your hips. When you exhale, push your hands down. You can either come down, up on your fingertips to have more power. And as you exhale, roll the left side of your rib cage up. Let your neck go. And next, inhale, come back. Push back, downward facing dog. And then walk your hands towards your feet. Come into Yogi Squat. Stay in Yogi Squat for 5 breaths. Breathe and lengthen your spine. Gently use your elbows. Help yourself to open the hips a little. For here, if it's difficult for you to sit in Yogi Squat like this, you can also sit on a block or on a cushion, whatever help you can get from home. From Yogi Squat, hands down. I'm turning towards the length of the mat. Coming into this part of the practice, we are going to stay in the pose a little longer. First, half hero pose. Gentle with your knees. I like to roll my calf out to feel comfortable and stay here. Breathe into your left thigh. When we hold the pose a little longer, sometimes our mind starts to chatter. Can you come back and feel for the breath? About 10 breaths. And then gently lean on the side, release the left leg. Do the same on the other side. Roll the calf out. You're not sitting on your heels, just remember. And you can also support yourself with your hands. Inhale, lengthen the chest up. Exhale, relax the shoulders. Keep reaching the left foot forward as well. And breathe into the stretch on the right thigh. Again, if you start chattering, just come back. Focus on your breath. And then gently release. When you're releasing from hero, remember to lean on the side, protect your knee. Lean onto one side. This week coming up is especially good for mommy-to-bees. And gently come into hands and knees position. Next pose is a dragon pose. Step your left foot forward. It is similar to what we have done during the young part, the first part of the class. But this one, we are focusing on opening the hips and the side together. So both hands on the inside of your front foot. And when you inhale, lengthen the chest. And as you exhale, sink down with your hips. At the same time, you reach back through the back leg. Stay here for about a minute. Again, our mind is very interesting. They start to chatter. The only task you have is breathe. Breathe into wherever you feel the sensation in your body and use the breath to connect with the body. Are you still with me? If you feel some compression in your left hip, you can move your torso a little bit, move your hip a little bit. So avoid becoming rigid in the pose. And now we're going deeper. For some of you, if you have a block, again, you can put your hands on the block, elbows on the block, excuse me. One elbow or both elbows. If you don't have a block with you, sometimes at home you have some thick books or anything you can have, some cushions. So fully utilize whatever you have at home. Or for those who are able to go deeper, you can remove the block and put both hands, elbows on the mat. Take a huge breath, lengthen your chest forward. When you exhale, sink down with your right hip. And then the left knee is hugging towards your left shoulder, left armpit. Keep sending the crown of your head away from your back leg. So while you are staying here, you are creating space in your entire body instead of curling up. So lengthen. We're almost there. When you want to release from the pose, move one hand and then the other. Move your hip back, step back, directly step right foot forward. First part, both hands. Inhale, lengthen the spine forward. When you exhale, sink down. Breathe into the left hip crease, left front thigh. If you are wondering about how do I breathe into that area, it's simple. Just visualize and feel that area. Trust me, your breath will go there. Keep reaching the left leg away from the center line of your torso, away from your hips. And now come down deeper. Remember, you have choice. One elbow or both elbows on the mat or on the block. Keep on reaching your chest forward. Reach the leg back. Feel for the inner left leg working. At the same time, hug your right leg towards your shoulder. Again, if you start chattering, start think about something else, come back. You can start to count your breath. And just feel the breath traveling through the entire body, and feel your breath massaging those areas that have a sensation. It's a stretching. And next, inhale, gently come back up. One hand and then another. Move your hip back. Pigeon pose. Again, step your left foot forward and move your left heel towards the right side and sit down. Reach the back leg back. I like to tuck and reach my heel back and then come down. For those, maybe your left hip is not on the mat, it is okay to put something under, and cushion would be much better than something hard like this. But the most important thing is you can reach back. Feel for the stretch on the outside of your left hip. Inhale, lengthen the chest forward. And when you exhale, gently come down. As low as it's comfortable for you. You can completely just stay up. Especially if you have something under your hip, stay up. Otherwise, come down. Breathe for another 10 breaths. Or if it's really feeling good for you, you can even pause the video and stay here longer. Take a huge breath. Every time you breathe, feel for the expansion in the rib cage. And every time you exhale, gently reach back with your back leg. Just drag it back. And feel for the entire torso. Your legs are getting longer. And next, inhale, come back up. Use your hand. So about 10 to 15 breaths. I'm going to change to the other side because the next pose, I want you to see me from the front. So still left foot forward. And this time I'm sitting on the outside of my left thigh. And move the left shin parallel to the front end of the mat. Pigeon chest to foot. Back knee bend as much as you need, because some of us will feel a little tension here. So you can bend your knee as much as you need. Inhale, lengthen the chest towards your front foot. As you exhale, gently come down. This is a completely different stretching on the outer left hip. Some of us maybe feel a bit hamstring as well. Be aware what is happening in your knee. If coming down is too much to keep the spine straight, stay up. So here, another 5 to 10 breaths. As you can see, I can come up and then go back down as I feel more release in the joints. And then gently come back up. Swing the back foot forward and the front foot back, coming into pigeon, other side. The first pigeon though. So inhale, lengthen the chest. When exhale, reach back. Come down. Stay for 15 breaths. Continue sending the left leg away from your hips. Feel for the stretch on the outer right thigh. Remember to put something under your right hip if you need to. And if you feel more space, you can even come completely down onto the mat. When you're in pigeon pose, breathe into the sacrum, this area. Relax. Relax those areas. Again, if you want to stay here longer, you feel free to stay here longer. And gently come back up. Bend your back knee first and move the front shin parallel to the mat, but sit on the outer thigh first. I'm going to change again so you can see the front of this pose. Set up. Back leg, bend as much as you need to. Inhale, lengthen the entire chest, rib cage away from the sit bones. Activate front foot. Exhale, walk your hands. Send the chest bone towards your front foot. Lengthen out the spine from there. Keep your neck relaxed. Keep your sacrum relaxed. Stay here about 5 to 10 breaths. And be really aware what is happening in your knee. Make sure you're actively reaching the foot to the side. Feels like you're stepping on the wall to protect your knee. Come deeper if you feel like to. For another couple of breaths. And gently move back down. Move your back foot forward. Straighten both of legs. Before we settle down to Savasana, I want to show you this super nice pose. Again, if you don't have a block at home, a cushion is perfectly fine. Supported shoulder stand. Move your heels close to your buttocks and come up gently, lift your hips up. Put your block or cushion under sacrum, the flat bone. Relax the neck and shoulders and arms and lift one leg up, the other leg up, and then reach up. Close your eyes. This pose can be done again with the block, cushion, or just put your sacrum on the mat with your legs up. This will send the blood circulation from your legs go back to your brain and your heart. And it helps release any swollen feeling on your legs too. So as long as you keep your legs up. Stay here at least 1 minute. And when you're coming down, remember to come down the way you came up. One leg down, the other. Lift the hips. Remove any supporting under your sacrum if you have done that. Roll the spine down, settling down in Savasana. Take Savasana as long as you have the time for. Make sure everything is relaxed. Make sure you feel supported in your body. Lower back long, neck long, and just enjoy Savasana. Again, pause the video if you need longer. Otherwise, when you come up, bend your knees, turn onto one side, stay for a couple of breaths. Use your hand, support yourself, come back up. Hands at heart. Namaste.